AAA has released its travel predictions for this Thanksgiving. We'll tell you more. Plus, Huntingburg Mayor Denny Spinner is our guest this week on Monday with the Mayor, and Inform featuring Jasper Arts Center Director Kit Miracle. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. More on our lead story here in a moment, but we begin this evening with the arrest of two Mississippi men after they got into a fight at a Jasper motel early on Sunday morning. Jasper police were called to the Camelot Inn along Mill Street just after 3:35 a.m. yesterday morning on a report of a disturbance. When they arrived, police spoke with 31-year-old Damian Johnston and 36-year-old William Timberlake, both of Lucedale, Mississippi. The two men admitted to police that they had in fact been in a physical fight with each other. Both men were taken to Memorial Hospital for treatment of their injuries. Timberlake was treated and released from the hospital, and he was lodged in the DuBois County Security Center on battery and disorderly conduct charges. Johnston was also arrested and lodged in the DuBois County Security Center on the same charges following his release from the hospital. A Paoli woman was arrested near Hayesville after she was found to be intoxicated following a Saturday morning crash. DuBois County Sheriff's deputies say 20-year-old Cassandra Wright of Paoli was eastbound along State Road 56 east of Hayesville just before 9:40 a.m. Saturday morning when deputies say her vehicle ran off of the south side of the roadway. Deputies say the car continued traveling eastward, partially on the road, before overcorrecting and going completely off of the roadway, hitting an earth embankment. That impact caused Wright's car to flip over before coming to rest in the eastbound lane of the highway. Wright told police that she had looked away from the road briefly, and once she looked back at the road, she overcorrected her car, thus causing the accident. Deputies say further investigation uncovered that Wright was intoxicated, and she was also driving on a suspended license. Wright was lodged in the DuBois County Security Center, and she was cited for minor consuming and driving while suspended infraction. Proposed plans for the City of Jasper's downtown and riverfront master plan are now available for the public to see. The plans are viewable online at the City of Jasper's website at jasperindiana.gov. The plans are set to be presented to the city's Plan Commission next week to be considered for part of the city's comprehensive plan. That final decision will ultimately be up to the Jasper City Council. The Commission will be reviewing the plans at their next meeting, which is set for December 4th at 7:30 p.m. at Jasper City Hall. The plans mainly focus on improvements along the Courthouse Square, enhancements to the riverfront area, the reuse of former industrial properties, connecting the downtown area to the riverfront area, and the integration of public art. Louisville-based City Visions and Boston-based Gamble & Associates did interviews and led several public meetings to get suggestions to help create their proposal. Again, you can view the plans by going online to jasperindiana.gov and clicking in the Document Center, which is under the Online Services tab. Finally this evening, speaking of holidays this week, AAA says that travel over the Thanksgiving holiday will be down this year. The agency is forecasting that 43.4 million people will travel this year. That's a decrease of 1.5% from last year when 44 million people traveled. The agency also says of that number, 38.9 million of them, or 90%, will travel by automobile, which is down 1.6% from a year ago. Air travel is also expected to drop this holiday. AAA forecasts that just over 3.1 million Americans will fly this Thanksgiving, which would be down from almost 3.3 million who flew last year at this time. Greg Sider is the public affairs manager for AAA's Hoosier Motor Club. He says the economy is playing a role in people's decisions to stay home a little bit this Thanksgiving.
Well, I think more than anything, we're looking at a slight drop-off just simply because of what's going on in the economy. We do know that the economy is reportedly continuing to improve, but it's doing so at such a sluggish pace that I think it's really creating some uncertainty in the mind of some consumers.
In spite of fewer people traveling, the average mileage traveled will be on the rise this year. AAA says it is forecasting an average travel distance of just over 600 miles. That would be up from last year's average of 588 miles. Holiday travel spending is also forecast to be lower, as AAA says the average this year is forecast to be $465, which is a sharper drop of 7% from last year's figures of $498. As for the busiest travel day, Wednesday of this week is forecast to be the busiest travel day for the Thanksgiving season, so make your plans accordingly. The agency forecasts that 37% of those traveling this year will begin their trips on Wednesday. Indiana Department of Transportation Southwest District spokeswoman Cher Elliott says roads in our area will be open to allow travel to be faster for people. She says regardless of that fact, things may be different elsewhere, so be prepared.
As you are making plans to travel this week and visiting Grandma and Grandpa and other family members, before you head out, be sure and check road conditions for your route there.
Elliott says for the best information for roads in our area, you can go to INDOT Southwest's Facebook page or follow them on Twitter at INDOT Southwest. Elliott also says an interactive map will be available for folks to view road conditions statewide at trafficwise.in.gov. Coming up after the break, Huntingburg Mayor Denny Spinner joins me for Monday with the Mayor, plus your local forecast, sports with Kurt Gooksell, and Inform featuring Jasper Arts Center Director Kit Miracle. That's all up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.